Hey, it's power inherent in the people. Hosting your number one and only, Cameron James Wilson. Hello, everybody. It's Cameron James Wilson, and we're here again today for a special show. Another member. Hey, man. I want to tell y'all right now, this one is really cool. No long talk. We're just getting straight to it. This is how you do it.
Hello there.
County.
Hi, sir. I'm Sergeant Hogue. The reason for the stop was a bit of speed back here. It's a 40 zone coming down from 176. We're doing a speed emphasis on Canyon Road. I did 54, and then, so that's 14 over. And then it looks like your license tabs may have expired like almost 3 years ago. At least what's on the back of the car. I haven't confirmed that yet, but were you aware that the tab was back in 2023?
I don't answer questions.
What's that?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Do you have your license with you, registration, insurance card?
For the record, may I get your name and badge number, please?
Yeah, it's Sergeant Hogue.
And I'm recording also.
Okay, so am I. Okay, we're not gonna go down this game right now. All I need is your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
It's not a game. Officer,
license, registration, and
Officer
proof
Rogue,
of insurance.
Officer Hogue. Officer Hogue, badge number
00130.
00130. Is there a recording being made of this encounter?
Yes, sir, there is.
Okay. Is that recording compromised of both audio and video?
It is, yes.
Are you relatively certain that your recording equipment is functioning properly for the purposes of
I can't hear you, sorry.
Are you relatively certain that your recording equipment is functioning properly for the purpose of making this recording?
I still can't hear you through the window.
Are you relatively certain that your recording equipment is functioning properly for the purposes of making this recording?
Yes.
Is your body microphone camera, if any, turned on and functioning properly to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Officer Hogue, badge number 130.
Yes.
What is the emergency and how can I help you?
Okay, the reason I stopped you is for speeding 54 in a 40-mile-an-hour zone with expired vehicle license plates.
Officer Hogue, badge number 130. What facts or information are you alleging gave you probable cause to stop?
Okay, we're not going to go to trial here, sir. I need your license. You need to identify yourself for the license, registration, and proof of insurance.
I'm building a record for the court.
Okay, I'm asking for your license, registration, and proof of insurance.
What facts or
I'm
information?
going to ask you one more time, and then we're going to get out of the car.
Well, I'm not getting out of the car.
Okay, well, if I place you under arrest...
Tell him. You tell him like it is. You ain't getting out of the car. You sure right. I'm not getting out of the car. You're not going to tell me I got to get up. You ain't going to make me get out of the car. There's nothing you can do. There ain't no crime. You're going to have to stop that. Look at him trying to get violent already. This dude already trying to get violent a little bit. Watch, listen.
Car.
Okay, well, if I place you under arrest, you will be.
You can't arrest me if there's no crime.
If you refuse to provide your license, I can.
Failure.
Listen to him. He trying to convince himself. The cop trying to convince himself. I can.
Identify is not a crime. There has to be a crime committed first.
Washington. You're driving an automobile on a public roadway.
I'm not driving.
Oh, you're driving an automobile. He didn't even say motor vehicle, y'all.
Into that.
Okay, we're not going to do this constitutional thing right now.
We're not going to do this constitutional thing right now. What do you mean, bro? Okay. Didn't you take an oath to uphold the Constitution?
It's not a constitutional thing.
Finally, can I get a second unit? I've got enough cooperative.
I'm cooperating perfectly.
Very much so is.
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
We haven't got to that yet.
Are you refusing to identify yourself?
I haven't got to that yet. I'll identify myself. I'll give you my name.
Okay.
That's all I'm required to do in the state of Washington.
Look, he knows it too. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him smacking those lips. You see the cop smacking his lips? He knew it too. He's like, dang, man, he right about that one. He right about that one. It's the old smack of the lips.
Do you have liability insurance for your vehicle?
Officer Hogue, badge number 130, do you have a properly signed and issued warrant authorizing you to search me or my property?
Don't need a warrant at this point. I'm not searching your property.
Officer Hogue, badge number 130, do you have a properly signed or issued warrant authorizing you to search, or do you currently have an alleged warrant in your... Oh, okay. Officer Hogue, badge number 130, do you have a properly signed and issued warrant of arrest that accurately describes or names me as a person to be arrested?
Okay, what's your last name, sir?
Stackle.
What's that?
Stackle.
You see how they get to not telling people they're not going to pull him out the car no more? Didn't you hear this cop just earlier say, I'm going to pull you up out the car? He got real hostile. And you see these questions that Homeboy's asking. You see how they recognize the questions being asked? Homeboy said, I'm building a record for the court. You see how once you start asking certain questions, these people like, we're just going to get his name and give him a ticket, if anything, get him up out of here. We can deal with him in court. We're not going to pull this cop out. This is not, we don't want to do this.
Stackle.
Stackle?
Yes.
Your first name, sir?
Scott.
What's that?
Scott.
Scott. The middle initial?
Oh.
O, and the date of birth.
Don't need to give you that.
You're driving a vehicle. You need a
I'm not
driver's
driving
license.
it. We haven't got to
Do
that.
you have a
yet.
driver's license?
For the record, I am not in any act of transportation or commerce.
You hear him? You got to rebut that shit. Hey, man, this is a perfect segue. You know, this is a perfect segue, for real, for real. Hey, if you're having any issues whatsoever, you can come right over here to bio.site/CJW. Again, that's bio.site/CJW and get that rebut that shit. This gonna get you right here. This gonna get you right. The rebut that shit gonna get you right. When they be coming with their presumptions, you gotta rebut that shit. Shameless plug.
You are driving a vehicle on a public roadway.
I am traveling on a public road.
Okay. Washington state law requires that you have a valid driver's license to do that. And I did.
See how they're bringing their presumptions again. Washington state requires you to do that. But what was prior to him stating that? You're driving on the public roads in a motor vehicle. That's not, you got to rebut that shit.
Otherwise, it's a criminal matter.
For the record, I am not operating in higher capacity by engaging in any form of transportation or other commercial use of the highways. Officer Hogue, badge number 130, please acknowledge that you have been so informed.
Sit tight, okay?
Homeboy did great. Perfect. Perfect. Fabulous. Outstanding. Yeah, you're recording, Papa. You did great. Don't trip out. Let them go write their tickets. Go on about your way. Perfect.
How are you?
I'm exceptional. How are you?
I'm doing great too. What do you got there?
This
Traffic
guy.
script.
Can I see it?
No.
Who is this Blippy that done showed up on the scene?
Yeah.
But just for a second, just for the record, I want to see how look how Homeboy's popping up on the scene though. That's a little sus, bro.
How are you?
I'm exceptional. How are you?
I'm doing great too. What do you got there?
My traffic script.
Can I see it?
No.
Oh, Blippy ass
You can
dude.
see it from here.
Well, yeah, no, just like that. All right.
All right, yeah. We got prepared. You like it,
Are you
huh?
reading through it?
Huh?
Are you reading through it?
I am. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
Uh-huh. You show right it's
Gates?
interesting.
Yep.
Batch number?
516.
516. Gates 516.
Yeah.
What portion are we at with that?
Start over if you want.
Well, I'm just saying, like, how far did you get with him?
I got to number 5 and then he threatened to arrest me for...
Okay.
and I'm like, you can't arrest me for no crime. And failure to ID is not a crime. And I did give him my name and...
It sure is.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Either he believes it or he's trying to intimidate someone to believe it. Okay? Either he believes it. Look, we'll see. And this is the sheriff. You see it? It's the sheriff now.
It's not. Failure to
Yeah,
ID...
sure it is.
Failure is only an ID... It was only a crime if you've been charged with another offense first.
Well, no, if you're lawfully on a traffic stop.
It's not.
Absolutely.
No, seriously,
it is.
look into it. I'm not going to go through school on the side of the road, but
Straight up. Tell him. Tell him.
We're in a parking lot, so I got all the time in the world.
I would have told him, well, I don't have all the time in the world, unfortunately.
so do I.
Hey, we're at his will,
So
man.
I made it clear to him that, for the record, I am not operating in hire capacity by engaging in any form of transportation or other commercial use of the highways.
Sure. Well, no one. I don't think anyone alleged that you're a commercial vehicle.
Am I under custodial arrest?
Sure, you're not.
Sure you're not?
Am I free to go?
He said, sure you're not. I'm just going to keep going.
No, absolutely not.
Well,
You're on a traffic stop.
then I have to assume I'm under custodial arrest if I'm not free
You're
to go.
absolutely being detained.
Detention is a custodial arrest in the state of Washington because I can't go about my business.
Are you sure though?
I'm positive.
So explain how that works, because a detainment and a custodial arrest are different things.
A custodial arrest, if you're being detained and you can't leave, that's a custodial arrest.
No one said you're under arrest though, but you're being detained.
I might not be under arrest, but I'm under custodial arrest.
No. How would that? If you're
Well,
not under arrest, how are you under custodial?
Yeah, I'm not here to
arrest?
argue, dude. I'm just here to be free and be left alone.
I love that, man. I love that. I'm having a good time. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Okay, well, am I dealing with you now?
Huh?
Am I dealing with you now?
Well, we're just waiting on him. If you don't want to chat to me, I guess you don't have to. But I'm having fun.
Officer Gates, what is the articulable probable cause that leads you to believe that I have...
I don't know. What did he say he stopped you for?
He said he stopped me for speeding.
Speeding? Well, then there it is.
Speeding's not a crime, it's civil.
It's a traffic infraction, though. Would you not agree that law enforcement officers
So
do traffic stops?
that's your reasonable articulable suspicion is speeding?
So, sorry. What's the question there?
Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity to listen and answer.
Suspicion for stopping me is speeding.
Well, it's not even reasonable suspicion. That's just what he stopped you for.
For the record, Gates,
Yes, sir.
badge number
516.
516. In order to protect my rights and not waive any by error or accident, I wish to clarify my legal understanding of this situation.
Okay.
You said that I am not free to go.
Yep.
So I must conclude that I am under custodial arrest and not simply an investigative detention. Therefore, I am invoking all of my fundamentally protected rights, including my right to remain silent and my right to assistance of counsel.
Sure.
From this point forward, I do not consent to providing you with any information or documents that could or will be used against me in a court of law or to possibly incriminate me. So please do not ask me to produce anything and give it to you.
Absolutely.
From this point forward, please do not ask me to answer any questions or perform any tests relating to any matter whatsoever without my attorney present. Officer Gates, badge 516.
Look, he didn't want to
harm, injure, or punish me by any method of assault, arrest, or incarceration because I invoke these fundamentally protected rights.
Absolutely not.
Thank you. What a boss. Yo, he did it. Congratulations, Sheriff. Congratulations, Sheriff. You're going to make it up there. You're going to be a sheriff one of these days, Deputy. You sure might make it up to sheriff status. You keep acting that way around those parts.
I think you're swell. Oh, there's a backside?
Oh, there's lots more, yeah.
I can't wait.
For the record, Officer Gates, badge number 516, no law is valid if it requires me in any way to waive any fundamentally protected right in order to exercise any right or alleged privilege. And no law can convert the free exercise of any right into a crime. I have repeatedly informed you I choose not to waive any of my fundamentally protected rights. So I ask you again, Officer Gates, 516, badge number, do you intend to harm, injure, steal my property, or otherwise punish me for invoking my fundamentally protected rights?
Great.
Absolutely not. I think you're great. Gates, Pierce County Sheriff's Office, I'm going to give a call up there, brother. I hope you don't do me bad on other stuff out there in the streets. I hope you're good like this to the rest of the people out there. Because if you are, you got a real chance, man, at changing this nation. You keep up that attitude and just getting those crooks out there for us, man. Boy, I tell you what, we'll be proud of you.
Well, I do have a
Only
question
if.
about number 12 there.
Yep.
So it says that. Well, let me just read that one more time.
No law is valid if it requires me in any way to waive.
To waive any protected right.
Yeah.
So you think that freedom of speech can absolutely not be that someone just if freedom of speech is just do whatever, so you can say anything you want, it can't be a law against
As long as it don't harm nobody and there's no injured party, yeah.
Okay, I like that. It doesn't harm anybody. So I mean, like,
yeah, there's
would
no
you consider
there's,
like threats to be like harming someone?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, then we agree. Okay. I figured that would be a good dialogue. Yeah. It's nice and warm in there, man. I like that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That sucks that you guys have to.
Huh?
That sucks when you guys have to hang out in the cold, but.
Well, yeah, man. Hey, we're just trying to keep everyone safe, man.
Yeah, there's a big movement, you know, for the freedom of movement and.
The freedom of movement. What does that mean?
Freedom of movement, the freedom to go from point A to point B without being bothered, or. I mean,
well, sure, right? But wouldn't that be like pure anarchy if you could just drive however you wanted anywhere?
Well, RCW 46 clearly states that it only applies to commercial vehicles.
Well, I think you're wrong somewhere in there because RCW 46 covers way more than just
the
that.
Supreme Court.
It encompasses everything.
The Supreme Court's upheld it on a lot of federal levels.
What cases?
I don't have them. I don't
Traffic
have.
stops can only be done on commercial vehicles.
Yeah, it only applies to commercial unless you agree to
How
contract.
am I allowed to do traffic stops?
Because you've been lied to. It's fraud.
Wait.
It is
So
really.
you just think like across the U.S. every single cop is in violation of a Supreme Court case law?
Well, not
I think
necessarily.
we're-
No, not necessarily for this reason alone.
Okay.
If I agree that I'm driving, then yes, the traffic code applies to me. But I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I made that clear in number 3, 4.
I wasn't here for number 3.
Okay,
I wasn't
well.
here for number 3.
I read it to you. I actually repeated it.
Did you
it's
read
on
that
it's
one?
on the record too. I got a recording going. Yeah. For the record, I am not operating in higher capacity by engaging.
Oh, yes, you did.
By engaging in any form of transportation or other commercial use of the highways.
Got it. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think anyone said that.
What you guys are policing is transportation. It has nothing to do with my right to be free and move about.
I think I think you're kind of taking the wording differently.
Oh, no,
Because
it's clear.
Transportation and commercial driving is like 18-wheelers.
No,
right?
no,
But
not
you're
necessarily.
driving a car,
Everything's commercial.
and not everything is commercial.
Everything is commercial because it's all covered by UCC code.
Okay, so-
Universal Commercial
So
Code covers everything.
What are you using your car for?
It's private property. UCC
So you're
9.
not using it commercially.
UCC 9-109 says it's private property. I can register it. I don't have to register it. I can.
That's okay. But so here's the interesting part.
UCC 9-109.102 clearly says that it's private property and I do not have to register it. It's household goods.
I disagree.
We don't have to. You can disagree. I agree.
I'd love to.
I mean, you're just.
All right, Mr. Stackle, I'm gonna get you on your way. Exactly.
He said, "Well, I disagree." It's like that one lieutenant that come to me in Ridgefield, and she's like, "Well, I'll have to disagree with you." And I was like, "I don't care if you disagree or not. You're not a Supreme Court judge, are you?" She said, "Nah, I'm not." I said, "Okay, then. What you trying to do? You can't overrule what's already been spoken on."
But what I have with me is a notice of infraction through Pierce County District Court. The violations on here are for speeding 14 miles an hour over the speed limit, operating without providing proof of liability insurance, no driver's license on person, and expired vehicle license plates over 2 months expired. They do give you some instructions on your infraction on how you respond to the court. They give you 30 days to respond. And like I said, any questions of me?
No, I appreciate you guys not like harming me or my vehicle or anything and just doing the ticket, because then I got a record here of clearly everything I've explained.
We're just trying to do our job doing traffic
And I'm trying to do my job and invoke my rights. You know, I was telling him, you know, driving is commercial. It has nothing to do with private. Nothing whatsoever. The Supreme Court has upheld it in many cases. So I'll just take this to court, and with the record I have here, it'll
It
get.
could have been a lot easier for you, but
Well,
I would have worked with you a lot more than I did.
Hey, you
but-
got to stand for something or you fall for anything. Ain't that what the country guys say, right? I mean, and
That's one way to say it.
and the freedom for me to move about without being taxed, and this is a tax, and so are tabs. I mean, it's all a tax. UCC 9-109.102 clearly says that it's private property, and I do not need to register it. It's considered household goods if it's in private and I'm not in commerce and making money on it.
I'd like to see. It'd be interesting to see how that works out. But you have a good day. I want to keep getting longer.
Yeah, hey, thanks for talking to me, boss.
Hey, absolutely, man. You have a good day.
That's how it's done. I just want y'all to know that. Don't let these people scare you, man. There's lots of people out there that want to scare you and tell you that's not how it works and this and that. And I just want y'all to know, when you stand in knowing and power, you really don't have the issues like they bring forth and tell you that it doesn't. It's not like they always want to say, okay? So get over the fear, get over the tragedies in which they want to bring forth unto you and make you believe it's going to occur to you because they've done nothing but have that travesty happen in their life. It don't work like that. Clearly, this is how it works. We're showing you time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. Now, guess what? Now we go to court, okay, and we get to stand up for our constitutional rights, even more so. Okay, and we don't do it crazy like sovereign citizens. We go in there with a process of knowing how all of this works. See, if they would have pulled him out of the car, it would have been really bad for them. But guess what? They didn't. And this deputy over at Pierce County, I guess it's Pierce County Sheriff's Office really makes me want to call up there. You know what? Let's actually see if we can do this. Hold on one second.
We are currently closed. If this is an emergency, please hang up and call 911.
All right, so like I was saying, I called the number. They're not open at all. It's Saturday night. I thought I'd find a number where they'd answer, but apparently not. So what we're doing then is I'll make a call and I'll record it. Just to say thanks for Gates for being so cool. Beyond that, I just want to say, homie, you did amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm not going to give out his information or his name, but he's in Washington, and I just want to say you did great. I just want to let you know we're really proud of you, bro. You did amazing in every aspect, and I couldn't be more thankful for everything that you're doing, standing up for our rights, standing up for your rights, standing up for other patriots out here, being a prime example of freedom and what freedom is. I just want y'all to remember, we're spreading. Knowledge is spreading. Unity is spreading. You can see it directly through another cop here in this experience. I know they show a whole bunch of bad ones, but when it comes to us, there's God's on our side and protecting us, as you can clearly see. And I just want y'all to remember, I am you and we are us and we are all part of the great I am. Unity's coming, y'all. It's here. It's now. To the next one. Peace out.